Real conversations, real solutions, real success.
Success is my religion.
Welcome to another episode of the Porch on the Success is My Religion podcast. I'm here with CJ,
Yeah, the chosen one,
yeah, and me,
the
the
success engineer.
yes sir. We was just talking about some some happenings in our area, and we're part of the World Cup playoffs,
Oh yeah.
and we got a whole bunch of people here from. Well, we're supposed to have a whole bunch of people here from all over the world coming here to see their specific
I think
country play. We
yeah,
got
I think
Argentina, Netherlands.
yeah, the Netherlands took it upon themselves to bring their trolley bus over here from their country. So it did the little sail thing and then it came to
You saw it? I didn't see the videos
they
about
had
it.
it on they had it on Sports Center and regular news, but yeah, they drove that bus all the way from Texas up to here and apparently, they're gonna have like a little takeover downtown where everything's gonna be orange,
Yeah.
and hopefully they do all that in support, and their team actually wins. But
Or I'm just hope. I don't know if I'm hoping, but it's supposed to be a lot of people here in Kansas City.
mhm.
If it ain't a lot of people here in Kansas City, then it's gonna be a bust. Like if it's not if we don't have all of the people that they say is supposed to be here, then
Well, I think it can still come true. The fact that a lot of people that come here don't understand it. I mean, Kansas City as a whole is just a whole, and you have like your branches like Raystown and Lee Summit, and Overland Park, and Olathe. So, I mean, as a nucleus, we should be, overfilling, and maybe everything is just spread out. But I heard a lot of rumors about as far as hotels and stuff. If just you wasn't booking out a week, then you wasn't getting booked. And
I heard
that's some crazy work, but whatever.
uh, and then there's each little city has like a downtown days where they try to bring out vendors and have a little carnival or whatever. And I used to live in Lee Summit, and we was just talking about how we saw this video of teens fighting and
Mm.
at the least, and yeah, one of them kicked the cop.
We got to do better, people.
Man, and I'm
that's
just like, dude. And
that's
what's
that is.
crazy is that like just in the past week, this has been my like calm before the storm week.
All
Uh,
right.
I've been watching like Netflix series on like incarceration and so I watched it just came across as one of the documentaries, and I watched the girls incarcerated, and
Oh.
I was like, dang, these girls talk just like the students in the hallways. I was like, man, we was in a detention center. We was functioning people in a detention center. So however many people they had in that detention center, it was like they're placed in the school
Mm.
without any, and so with that mindset, the attitudes, the combativeness, the fights, those type of things, like, and when you got these girls riled up, for
Mm.
whatever reason they got riled up, like, it was no calming them down. There was no way to talk them out of their anger or their frustration or whatever.
Mm.
I understand that they have issues at home and stuff, but when you're in a regular high school and that stuff is happening,
Yeah, your house don't count.
your house don't count.
Your house
Like
don't count at all.
this is
You gotta adapt.
and the difference between the detention center and the high school is that the detention center had rules and regulations, and they was able to follow through on these different things.
Oh
At
yeah.
the high school, Mama come up there and complain, "Why you got my she didn't even do this, he didn't even do that," or whatever, and we like, "We got it on camera, young I mean, this is what happened." And they got cameras everywhere in the school.
Oh, I know. I definitely know. But why are we at a place where, you are summoned, I'll say summoned today. You're summoned to a place where your child is supposed to get an education and be forth and become a great adult. And you come up and you're defending your child.
Without even knowing the situation for real, for real.
That is bad parenting. Now I'm not a parent, so
Yeah, but you could call
take
it out still.
take it take it how you will, but that's just bad parenting. Even I would be super upset that I had to leave work to come deal with something that I shouldn't have to deal with. But I'm not going to come in there and say my baby didn't do this, my baby didn't do that, because then I would want somebody to, as an adult, check me and be like, "Hey, look at this monitor. See your baby right there? That's your baby, right?" I'm like, yeah. See what she's doing, or he's doing, or they doing, whatever. Yeah, I see that. Okay, well, this is why you're here. Case
And
closed.
and what their response is gonna be, "Oh, you don't know what they said to my baby before this happened." And one of the recent things that I've learned from studying Carl Jung is that emotional control is the greatest form of power. So whoever controls your emotions, it controls you. So if you're able to control your own emotions, no matter how high or how low they get or whatever, um, but you're able to function and control them, like that's the greatest form of power. And when I look back at my time at Washington, I'm like, man, all these people that are just out of control, like they just flip off at
It's not a good thing.
right. And what I said with the we were just people functioning in a detention center. Well, my students, like I made sure that our room was calm and neutral, and you could come in there and you can be quiet, you can be, like you can talk, and there wasn't no fight. We never had a fight in my room.
I
You know what
bet
I mean?
not. I
You-
bet not.
we ain't never had and like I try my best to keep out students that wasn't supposed to be in there. Like I rarely had students that I would let stay in there because I knew they were supposed to be in another class.
Yeah.
And if you dodging classes like that, like you're gonna be dodging stuff for the rest. I don't need to be in there. Like, and kids will tell you anything to stay out of class anyway, even the good ones. That's what they'll be like. Oh yeah, my teacher don't. I'm already done with all the work. I don't know if you've done all with all the work, and you could show me something that that represents the work you did or whatever, or but
I'm really baffled about that. Like,
they kids.
okay, full disclosure. When I skipped school, I was never at the school. It's like I'm going to skip. I'm not participating the whole day. I'm not going to go to school and then skip classes inside the school. That doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
But
you gotta imagine, like, even the good kids or students, I mean, the good students, it's like they're going into the detention center classes. So, I understand you would rather be in my class where you can sit and relax and not have somebody going off in the corner or, talking back to the teacher or whatever,
oh,
and, like,
okay.
this is a everyday classroom type of environment. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, I understand that. I understand that. But I'm just saying for like the students that can't read and write, what are you doing? Why are you're there for a reason? your grades and your surroundings
There for
should.
a reason.
You're there for a reason. Please take
And
advantage.
that's why I
Now,
wanted to bring up this topic. And this is really, when this is published, is going to be the um, kind of like the introduction to the work hard movement. The work
hmm
hard movement was started a long time ago by me, um, just with the different work ethic that I had, and have. And um, that's why I was like, CJ, we got to do this topic because this is coming out on the Wednesday of my first day of not being an employee of the Kansas City, Kansas public school.
get your clap.
Man,
Get your clap there,
we
young
used to
fella.
clap.
Graduated. Graduation to more money,
It's a
more
more
freedom.
freedom. Like, I worked hard for this freedom,
Yeah,
and hopefully it goes all right. It's gonna go all right, but um,
it's gonna go
I
great.
gotta introduce the work hard movement, and the it, it's not just the work hard philosophy for individual achievement. It's a what my friend Larry said. When he was like, "Man, you starting a movement," like
It is a
that,
movement.
and that's what it came out to. I was talking to him, and I'm like, "Man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that." He was like, "I see it, I know, I see it, and I seen it from the beginning." He was like, You're starting a movement," and then I was like, "Oh, it's the work hard movement."
hmm
That's the change in the wording. You know what I mean?
See that? Well,
Work
get that
smarter
book.
and work harder, you know?
Get this book, people.
Yeah.
It's the
And
manual. It is the manual.
and
I'm a student of this book,
I'm
and,
telling you,
and I'm
I'm telling
trying
you.
to
I
apply
tried
it
to
to my
I tried to
everyday
make it,
life.
and you don't have to you don't have to necessarily follow the work hard philosophy, but you have to understand that if any if any successful person was to give you the basic fundamental, this is what you need to do to be successful, the very minute thing that you can do
hmm
without any money, without anything, is what? Work hard. Everybody's going, that is where you start. That is where you begin everything that has to do with success. If you have no parents, single parents, both parents, if you go to a bad school, good school, mediocre school,
Private school.
private school, everybody has to put in some type of work to get where they want to go. And that's the movement that I'm trying to create. Now, I specialize in the disadvantaged 15 to 25-year-olds. That's where I specialize at. That's not to say that I don't work outside of those parameters, because I know everybody is able to, or like, I'm able to coach anybody at any point in their lives anyways. It's just taking your goals.
hmm
Like, when I see these students and we talk about these students and they're in the classroom and they are trying to skip or not do what they're supposed to, they don't have a goal. They don't have a purpose for a personal purpose for why they're being there. And that's something that we need to change, as far as, like, and that's why I say it's the work hard movement. It's every aspect of life you have to put in work towards. So in your personal life, like, you gotta have goals that you want to attain. Whether it's and that's where you have the most selfish goals, is
hmm
personally. Like, it's fine to be selfish at some point in time. You have to be selfish to get what you want, because the focus that it takes to be successful is going to take a lot. And then professional, like, you have to have a professional goal. You have to have health, you have fitness, you got relationships, you got family, you got financial goals. All of these arenas that you have to uh, be in every single day.
You definitely do.
You have to have a goal in, and
I
you
do.
have to work hard in, because depending on where you come from, if you come from the disadvantaged background, I can only speak to the disadvantaged background, because I came from a disadvantaged background, and I'm still working my way out, right? and we are all still working our way out.
Yeah,
You know what I
we're
mean?
digging up.
And it's a it's a lot of work, a lot of focus, and it's not just it's not a hands-off thing. It
No,
can't it's not a,
it's an
I keep
everyday
on forgetting
thing.
that. It's not a thing that we can, it's not a thing that is just going to happen because you're a good person or whatever.
No,
It has to be intentional and deliberate.
yeah, you have to put yourself in those positions. What was you?
I don't know, you
Oh, I saw you wave.
No, I
I didn't
when
know
I
what
put
was
up my
going on.
hand, like, it'll change functions to where it'll follow me back and forth, it follow my face.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but if I and then I had to take that function off because it'll mess up the the recording
Oh,
or the
okay.
if I move this way, you know, it'll follow me.
Follow the leader. But yeah, so that's today's subject, the work hard movement, and how it can affect you, and also how it can benefit you from just minute things, little tiny things that you can change in your life with the structure of the work hard movement. So, um, you wanna get into it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start, and we're gonna
Your transitions, we need to work on the transitions, like
we're gonna get better at it. So, Michael, what is this work hard movement? Can you give us a?
and so I kinda gave it to you already, but the work on movement is a movement that is involves you and you as an individual and taking control of your life through the work that you do and the in the arenas that affect success, you know? So that's my biggest thing is to help people understand that it takes work in every aspect of life.
Hmm.
And some people have it easier or simpler. Maybe I don't like using the word easy, but sometimes it's simpler for people to just fall in line. But when was when I graduated with my master's degree
Hmm.
and it was in the middle of the Great Recession, and I had to go back to the beginning after 2 years of working in the elementary school for $11 an hour.
Wow.
Um, I was like, I ain't got nothing to lose. So all I know is work. All I know is to do this and to go after my dreams or go after a dream. Like I have nothing to lose. Like I'm not a CEO of a company making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not even making a decent amount of money right now. So like I have nothing to lose to go after something that I absolutely want.
Hmm.
So even though I was already working hard, I was like, I can help people and get money at the same time. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but there was a way that I can help. And the only way that I can see is for everybody to work hard in their own way. And so my friend Larry was like, we have these long conversations over the years, and I'm gonna start recording them because I be saying some profound stuff in
You
there.
do. You do have some profound stuff that you say.
And so he was like, "Man, you got a movement. You starting a movement." And I was like, "I guess that's what it is." So that's what the name came from, the Work Hard movement. And I'm just trying to help everybody be successful in their own way. And I think success for everybody is happiness. And if you're content with what you want to do, with what you're doing, and you're making enough money, like that's where everybody needs to be. And that looks different for everybody. So success does equal happiness. Success is in the eye of the beholder. happiness is in the eye of the beholder. So they have to correlate if they're pretty much the same thing.
Hmm.
So then it comes to whether you are looking at it from your own lens, or is somebody influencing what lens you look through.
Oh, I like that. I like that a
You see what
lot.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's good. Well, so is there an age limit, and is there a starting point at an age where this movement can take place in a person's life?
Man, where it starts once you come to the consciousness of I control my destiny. Once you come to that point, that's
Hmm.
where it starts.
Okay.
And that's what this podcast is about. Is forcing you to not be delusional about what it takes to be successful.
Don't be
It's
delusional.
that you can't be delusional. Like you can be delusional in your dreams, and you can dream the biggest, but you have to come back to reality. Reality is not a delusion. So once you come to the consciousness of the fact that you have to put in work to get where you want to be, and usually the people that don't have to put in work are easily taken away from them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the start. Whether that is first grade, 10th grade, college, whatever that is, hopefully, hopefully you're able to start it sooner than later,
Yeah. The earlier the
right?
better. Yeah.
The earlier the better. But that's why I say start at 15 years old. 15 years old is when you I'm up here. I got stuff in my head. 15 years old is when you first get into high school. And that's a crucial age as far as grades go.
Oh, yeah. I,
And
yes.
a crucial grade, because if you get D's and F's and your GPA is low,
Hello, my friends.
you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to come back from that. But if you got straight A's your freshman year and you got C's, D's in 2 consecutive years, you'll end up at like a 2.5 GPA as a senior,
That's a hell of
you
a
know?
turnaround.
But if you got a 0.8 starting out after
Hmm.
your freshman year and you come to your senior year, even if you got straight A's those next 2 years, you still at you be at a 2.5, but, like, those years get tougher and tougher. Your freshman year is the easiest year you gonna ever have, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a tough transition, but, like, if you just do the work and you get decent grades, you can end up in a better place. That's why I say 15 to 25 is where it actually starts. So if you start watching this podcast and watching my videos and just understanding that, hey, I may not be good at something, but I can get better at it.
Oh, yes, you can.
And the faster you start, the faster you can get better at it.
Hmm.
So you could compete with anybody. You can't compete with Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan been been playing all his life, or LeBron James had been playing all his life, and you
That's
just
a tough
started
mountain to
basketball
climb. Yeah, you
w-
gotta have to make your own mountain to climb. But
right,
it's
but
it's nothing. It's nothing to compare. You can compare and try and emulate those things.
yeah, so that's a crucial starting point. There is no end to where it is that you stop working hard. I think even people that are retired need to be doing something productive and
Oh,
something that
keep your
is
mind sharp.
challenging them to to it's just challenging. Like,
Yeah.
it not just sitting on the beach reading books and novels and stuff. Like, go out there and do some type of work that are some type of creative venture that keeps you in a rhythm. Like, there's a guy that comes to my group fitness classes. His routine is coming to the gym. He also is on a couple boards or something like that.
Oh,
You know, that's
nice.
kinda like his routine. He still does work. But the people that live the longest are they don't necessarily work in a job or whatever, but they're still doing something that is creative, gets them moving, gets their mind going. Because I think a lot of people now are wanting a life of leisure,
Hmm.
and a life of leisure is the fastest thing to death. You know what I mean? I think.
Wow.
I mean, it's just a unpopular opinion, but I think the life of leisure is a way to death because you're not like
You're
say
you're too
somebody,
comfortable.
yeah, you get too comfortable,
I don't
and
think I'll ever get that comfortable, but
because we ain't got that much money.
well, I just, yeah, I won't ever feel that comfortable.
Yeah. I ain't gonna ever feel that comfortable. Like, I don't even know what I would do if, like, I stopped teaching and teaching group fitness classes, right? Like, I've been doing that for 16 years. 16 years. Like, what would I do with that time? I know what I would do with that time, but it'll be a big transition to go from doing it all the time to not doing it at all, right?
Mm, yeah.
And um I got people on Friday, 2 people in the same day, like, "Black don't crack." Like, I was like, this lady in the back was like
It
they
doesn't.
they was from Florida, and, I was taking them to the airport, and she was like, "Are you in college or something?" I was like, "Nah, hell no." I was like, "I'm 42." She was like, "Oh, black don't crack." I was like, "Thank you." And then the lady I picked up from the downtown days, she was like, "Black don't crack." She was like, thought you was, like, in your 20s or something." I was like, "Thank you," but
That's amazing.
it
It
is,
really is. It
but
really is
I don't
amazing.
think that way. I don't think it's that way, but if other people are seeing it anyways, um, but that is a part of my lifestyle, like,
Yeah.
um and what I told myself and what I tell people all the time, you wanna add to your regimen, never take away, you know what I mean? So, when I started doing group fitness classes, I was like, "Alright, I'm doing 1 class a night, like, there's a cool class after this. I can do 2 classes in a row," and then the 3rd class just happened to be a Zumba class,
Mm.
and that's who I learned, um I learned Zumba from I call her the Michael Jordan of Zumba,
Yeah.
and so I, um, she had the 3rd class of the night, so the last class of the night, I was like, "Man, I get off work I'm at home by 4 o'clock, right? I can get to the gym by 5, do the 5 o'clock class to 6, 6 to 7." Now I had to build up, but and
Yeah.
then the 7 to 8, I was like, "Shoot, I might as well try it." I called it Triple Threat Tuesday.
Oh, I like
And
that.
so every Tuesday, I already knew what I was getting into. It was a weightlifting class, a turbo kick class, and then Zumba was the routine. But it was so many people in there. Like, I thrive when there's a lot of people around,
Hmm.
and because it feels like, I think it feels like it's basketball to me. Like,
Oh, yeah.
when you got a crowd around, or the girls looking at you, the women looking at you, you gonna try to perform. So there was
Oh,
cute
my.
women in there too. So I was like, shoot, I need to make sure
Oh, I
that I'm
remember.
putting in there.
I used to make it an effort to do legs on his day that he was coaching. Oh yeah, today's Tuesday, leg day. And be right there in front of the glass.
And
Look at
that's
him
when I was
go.
having like 30 something people in the class, man.
Yeah.
Boy, those
Good
was
times.
days.
Good
And
times.
to be honest, like, I could not feel if I was hurting or not because I knew I had to come out there and perform.
Yeah.
So it was something that was pushing me to be better, even though I my legs was hurting, my knees was hurting or whatever. But it was people there counting on me. And
Yeah.
there's people here counting on me now, but like it's only 5 people. So I have to put myself in a whole new mindset now that
Well,
like I'm working for a longer term thing. Like
it's 5 now. It could be 5 million tomorrow.
right. So um but it's a progression thing, and the quicker you get to starting the in the work hard movement and the work hard journey, and understanding that you have the opportunity to create a life of what you want.
Mhm.
I don't want to necessarily say dreams, but because you may not have a dream yet, but the dreams come the more you put in the work, and the more you put in the work, the clearer what it is that you are called to do, not just a career, not just a job. That calling um, comes after the work is in progress. So we
Yeah.
want you to get there, get started, and there's no limit to when you do the work. Like women, or there's a woman that she volunteers with a organization. She volunteers help to read at schools and after school programs. Like she's older and everything. That is her work. She still comes to group fitness classes
Mhm.
all throughout the day. She goes to concerts, she travels,
Oh yeah.
like all of those things like you can do at a older age.
Oh yeah. Well, so I would like to know when the concept of the work hard movement, where did that start from and where did it begin?
Uh, I like I said, Larry came up with the concept, you know what I mean? And that's the song you hear at the end of the episodes. He wrote and created that song. Um and I just think it was, but everything that I do and put out is based off of the things that I do on a daily basis. So it was just like the work hard movement that showed up. It was after, eh, like I said, it becomes clearer the the more you do. So I was already done with college and grad school
Mhm.
when um this is where I'm getting to. So when I got to Avila, and this is like 4 to 5 years after I graduated grad school, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, man, I'm only making $24,500. I was only making $24,500 at the elementary school. Like something has to change. Something has to change. And I was like, I got work hard on my license plate, so I might as well do that. Like work hard. Um and it's I it's always been in me, but my consciousness hit at that time. It was
Mm.
like, now, since just the work didn't work, since I didn't get rewarded for the work that I put in, for whatever reason, for whatever economic reason, or whether it was a whatever reason, it didn't work out to just do the work.
Mhm.
It had to be intentional and it had to be deliberate. So I was always doing these things with the intention, but I didn't have my own intention attached to it.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense. It makes sense to me. I understand.
Yeah, yeah. That's all you gotta say. Uh, but I didn't have my own goals attached to the work that I was doing, even though I was doing it with my own. I actually did have my own goals attached to it. I just needed some help. Like I needed the money, so I needed to go work a job. I wanted a career. Like I wanted this to lead to something. But when it didn't lead to anything, that was uh, monetary,
Mhm.
I guess when I didn't see the money coming in after all of the stuff that I was doing, after all of the volunteer like I was like, shoot, now I really got to go after what I want. Cause now, like I'm getting older. I was like 30, like turning 30, 32, right? And I was like, shoot, I might as well be a motivational speaker, author, and life coach, right?
Yeah.
And that was 12 years ago. To this, I don't want to say to this day, but like it's been 10 years since I left Avila
Mhm.
to this month at least. Um, and then during that time at Avila is when I created the work hard philosophy for individual achievement. And then I, in the last 10 years, I developed it into the book that CJ, yeah, into that book and a philosophy that helps people reverse engineer their goals so that they can create a life that they want.
That's for you.
And that's just the first product. Like that's just something to get me out the door, get me to do stuff, something that like I don't necessarily like I'm humble. I don't even like that word because there's another definition to humble that I don't like. It is let's see, let's search it up. So
Yeah. Because I'm baffled now. I thought humble was like the nicest way.
so here it is. To be humble means to have a modest, respectful view of one's own importance. And it's to come out of having nothing
Mhm.
to you can't be just humble. Um and look at it. It involves avoiding arrogance, acknowledging your limitations and valuing others without feeling the need to boast about your achievements. But
Well, the core meaning or objective. No, that's not objective. Adjective. I'm sorry. I'd
adjective.
be talking about people not reading. Um, uh, modest is not bragging or considering yourself better or more special than others. A truly humble person allows their actions to speak for themselves rather than seeking constant praise. The other
Which
one is the open mindset. Wow, I said that wrong too. Uh,
you need some reading classes.
I got glasses on, they ain't working. Uh,
Reading classes.
uh, being willing to admit when you are wrong and accepting that there is always more to learn.
Like there's another meaning that came popped up. Maybe not. Not proud, reflecting. Yeah, whatever. So I've always tried to be humble. There was another definition, like I got it somewhere that it was like having a low esteem of oneself or something like that. And I was like, I that is not what I that is not humble to me.
No.
Like I can't be that because I have to be confident in who I am, whether that confidence comes off as arrogance or not. That's not for me to 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 gauge. That's up to the person receiving that feeling from
Right.
me.
How you come across somebody.
Yeah, I can't judge how I come across everybody.
Mm,
And what?
I don't like that because in this day and age, you say that you're humble, and then you come across somebody and they could label you as arrogant or whatever the case may be, which is mislabeling, and that gives me like another little category that I don't like to be a part of. But
A little box.
a little box, but nonetheless,
So yeah, the um that's where the work hard movement really started, was me making the connection to, hey, I'm actually doing the work. Now I have to put it together with something else with a purpose. And that's what I want to get other people to do and understand, is that you got to have a purpose with what you work and how you work. Because like even being in this apartment, like it it motivates me to do better because I don't want to be here long term. Like I've been here for 7, 8 years now,
mhm.
and like it's bugging me that like I need more space. I need my own space, and I want to do some different things that um like I want to have my whole room with this setup with everything that I want, not using my kitchen table.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this product take off, and we will be above and beyond our means of success. Well, I do have another question. You know what? I have a question, and it's for
Thank you.
me, but it will be
It's
it
all
it
good.
will be
You ain't gotta
for
preface it.
Broderick's.
This dude prefaces everything, and I'm like, dude,
I can't
just
help
say,
it.
just say the question.
So I want to know if the work hard movement, it applies to everything. So do you apply it to small, bigger, or larger, or does it apply? Does it take a different strategy depending on what you're trying to achieve?
No, um, that goes into people's mindsets. Do you believe that you can achieve more, or do you just want to achieve what is in front of you? I usually deal in when I'm life coaching people, like I want to see your dreams,
Hmm.
because those dreams are going to help you get to the level that you would never even think of. So if you have something that's out there and far beyond, not even far beyond your wildest dream, but beyond what you thought you were capable of, like I didn't think being a CEO would, but if I didn't run in a business,
Hmm.
and I have to have that thought already that, hey, I can run a business. So what does that look like? And then go back to what does what do those business people look like, and what do they act like? What do they need to worry about? Like, and still be true to myself and make things happen from where I am. So I deal in big goals, big dreams. But you can scale it down to what I do on a daily basis. I just want to be more efficient in my time management, or I just want to go to the gym. In those 7 arenas, you can
Hmm.
just take one of those arenas and be like, all right, I want to do better in this. I want to do better health wise, right?
I
What does
definitely
health
want to
wise
do that.
mean? Health wise is and I use that just to stay away from the regular stuff that people are always talking about. But like health, we need to focus on health because
Definitely.
um like oral health is is a factor in heart disease and stuff. So if you don't have good oral health and you don't go to the dentist, though, like I had to switch my mindset over to, hey, these people are professionals. Like, go to the dentist. You have you have um insurance, so schedule some time to go to the dentist, right? I
Hmm.
got my whole fronts worked on, right? And then they was like, "Oh, you need to take care of your gums." So I was like, "What do I need to do?" You got to get a uh, you got to get um a water pick, and you got to get a electric toothbrush, and this will help with your gum oral health, right?
Mhm.
And you got to come on a consistent basis. Now, since I have bad gums, I got to get a cleaning every 3 months, right? So like that's a part of the strategy. I had to be open to that help
Yeah.
in
Okay.
health wise.
Yeah.
I got to go get a checkup at the doctor every 6 months. That I have to be open to that. Like I have to put that in my schedule to do that. And now, since I don't have insurance or whatever, um, I need to add that to my one of my bills. Like I gotta pay that up front. I gotta pay $200, $300 up front to go to the visit to get a cleaning, or I don't know what the doctor is, but like that's a part of the strategy. That's financial now. We dip
Yeah.
jumping into another. So just changing your perspective on things and scaling it down to hey, you might just want to get in shape. You might just want to lose 10 pounds. This is how you do it. I can help with that, with the reverse engineering. We can reverse engineer, but you have to be open to changing your life. You have to be willing to change. You gotta be willing to learn. You gotta be willing to sacrifice some things to get what you want.
Yeah.
CJ is sacrificing what right now?
I'm sacrificing eating to try and get my health back to where it is. So I
Where you want it to
understand.
be.
Yeah, because there was an area in my life where I slacked. I wasn't going to the gym. I think COVID happened, so COVID shut everything down, which was even a bigger, better excuse. But
Bigger, better.
you know, um, I'm trying to get back to where I was so I can have a longevity of life, so I can continue to have appreciation CJ month every June, um, and live my life, and you know,
Because we 40 in our 40s, man.
I gotta.
Black men have an average age of 65 to 70, man.
I'm
When
trying to
everybody
make it.
else is 77 years old, you know what I mean? Like we don't have that much time. You see what I'm saying? So um that's why, like, I didn't have nothing to lose going after this dream. This like
No,
I didn't care about leaving the job to pursue something more. And all of that stuff will come out. But
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
you got big dreams, you got long-term, short-term goals.
yeah,
You can do the work hard philosophy with all of that. That's a part of the work hard movement. What I really want the young people to understand is that um the further you look and you can plan out, you can start positioning yourself to achieve that. In other terms, is it's kind of like money. Money, if you position yourself in the flow of money, you gonna make money, right? So
hmm
you want to position yourself in the flow of success. The flow of success in your mind, what you think about is who you become, right? So if you don't think about anything past being a retail worker,
mm,
you're not gonna be able to get past that.
there's nothing for you to reach out to.
Right. And there's nothing for you to just stay there and stay comfortable, because you can build a life and you can justify a life based off of whatever you make now.
Yeah,
And a lot of people do it. A
um,
lot of people justify their lives. They have a baby at 16 years old, whether it's a male or a female, and they're like, "Oh, I wouldn't change it for anything." Yes, you would. Haven't you heard people say that?
I've heard it plenty of times, and
Yes, you would.
yeah, that goes off in my head. Like if I was in your position,
Yes,
definitely
I
would. Yeah,
would. And there's no disrespect to that,
no,
because because life happens and you gotta make adjustments where needed. But if I know that I want to do this one big thing, and I know that having a child out of wedlock and not in a stable, healthy environment is going to deter me from getting this ultimate goal that I want, which comes with a family,
Hmm.
friends,
Yeah.
house, car, all of this stuff. This big goal encompasses all of this. What I do now, I can I can sacrifice having sex or whatever so that I can position myself better for this ultimate goal, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah. And
Like, if she would have thought he would have thought a couple of extra seconds, like, "Man, I probably should use protection or not do this at all." Like, I have options. There was options there. It wasn't like it just happened. You made a choice to lay with somebody, and this was a consequence of that choice. Whether
oh,
you wanted it or not, it was a
mm,
consequence of a decision that you made, and you could had
consequences.
the ability to change that decision, or you had the ability to choose something different. And that's what people don't understand, is that that's what the work hard movement is making decisions and putting in the work necessary to get what you want. And people will tell you like it's a spiritual thing or a manifestation thing or this and that. It's not that. It's not that complicated. It's simple. Put in the work and you will get to a place where those stuff, that spiritual, the intellectual, all of that stuff will will show itself, and it'll help you out in those things, which is what I'm going through right now, a transition into my fullest potential.
Hmm.
And people don't understand understand that. And people are like, "Oh, you haven't found a job yet?" Or I was like, "I'm not looking. Like, I'm creating my job right now." Like, no disrespect to anybody, because like, I don't wanna be disrespectful to people, but I'm like, nobody can the box that is created uh, in any of these jobs. Right. There's no I don't fit. Like, I have more. I wanna use all of my tools at my disposal. Like, I wanna use my creativity. I wanna help people. I wanna talk to people. I wanna make adjustments. I wanna learn from people. I wanna read books, and I wanna help, and I wanna strategize. I wanna do all of these things, but, like, sitting in a box at the school and, doing
Yeah.
paperwork and helping students, anybody can do that. Can't Nobody can do what I do and what I bring to the table for a 15 to 25-year-old. Now, after that, I mean, maybe some other people can, but you after 25, you already gone through the education and all of that stuff. But 15 to 25, if you want to build a foundation, I'm the person. Like, and not to be disrespectful again, like, Imma tell somebody that, "Hey, who would you rather want helping your kid? A teacher that went to school, wanted to be a teacher, that went to school to be a teacher, became a teacher, and has been teaching for 20 years, or somebody who did everything, who went to the teacher went to school, they didn't play a sport, they just went to school to teach. They they didn't do anything outside of the teaching realm,
Hmm.
or do you want somebody that went to school for a double major in human service agency management and recreation administration, played a sport, did uh, resident assistant, did work study, got decent grades.
Yeah. That's the key.
Like, I did a whole bunch of stuff. Like, so it was going to it gives me skills. It adds on to your skills. These teachers are telling them are not they can't teach what they don't know. They don't know the hard amount of work and not getting what you want. Like,
Mm.
I didn't get what I wanted after I was
Oh,
at
wait.
like, they got what they wanted. You asked to be a teacher, you trained to be a teacher, and you got it. And that's your straight line. I didn't have a straight line, and I still ain't got what I want, and I'm better than you. And I may not be able to teach in your profession better than you, but all around, like, I'm a all around better individual than a lot of the teachers. Like, you could teach a subject very well, but
Mm-hmm.
but you not about to out strategize me because I understand the strategy. I understand race, I understand religion, I understand society, societal trends. I understand all of these different things because I worked in all of these things. My undergraduate majors were dealing with societal it's society, people in society, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So, like, I was studying people way back then, 20 years ago. I study people now. I read over 300 books in the last 10 to 12 years. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not saying that just by reading the books, I didn't, like, that makes me an authority figure, but, like, I'm just saying that I have an understanding that you don't even know about that 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 comes to me when I'm in the right element and the right situation. So that's what I'm saying. Like, no disrespect to the teachers, you all are doing good in your own aspect, but
Yeah.
like, don't come into my realm thinking that I don't know. I'm up here trying to get these kids to work for you. I'm trying to get them to sit down in the classroom because sitting down in the classrooms is going to help you later on when you want to get a CDL, which is cool. But when you want to be a dentist, when you want to be a accountant, like, you're going to have to learn from somebody. You got to practice that now. And if we don't do that, and if we don't have these kids having goals for themselves inside of the small term goals, the long term goal is to be reach your fullest potential. But in the short term, even if you don't have a long term goal, you need to put in work to position you so that the ideas come, the clarity comes. Oh, this is what I really want to do, especially if you ain't got somebody looking out after you and evaluating your skills and abilities. Like, oh yeah, every English teacher wants you to go be an English teacher, or wants you to go in and be an English major.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's
Yeah.
all they know. Oh
Do
yeah, I
do it.
benefited from it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went on a rant.
No, that's all right. That was perfect. That's kind of what I wanted. Um. So, um. So you have that. You have your age demographic. Anybody can decide to do this at whatever age you decide, especially retirees. I I feel like I'm a part of this as a student because I've known you for at least 10 years. So I was I was around when the development was happening. I don't know if you were. I was the first person you told about wanting to do a podcast, but I know that it's been in your mind and in your heart for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
So
You haven't been. I've been trying to do podcasts with my friends for a long time. I was like, we should do this. I had to do it by myself. So
no, no, you're not by
I'm
yourself.
not.
No,
I know, but
but
I started it. Like, if you look back at the episodes, like a
yeah.
long like this been going on for like 7 years. If you look back at the episodes, y'all in the the audience, um, if you look at back at the episodes, like, I was doing this stuff by myself. I was just finding people to interview. I was interviewing friends, people that I knew, to start the work hard philosophy for individual achievement. I was people that I interviewed the Michael Jordan of Zumba back in the day, my supervisor over at Avila. I interviewed all the people that I knew, like, even a couple of friends. He went into um, uh, law enforcement.
Hmm.
Uh, I interviewed everybody. I was calling them every, when can we do this? Like 30 minutes, something, you know. We need to start doing that again. As
Yeah,
far as, yeah, we got plans to do that, but
I talked to my barber. and talk to his partner at director's cut and see when we can schedule that.
For sure, for sure. Because that's what we trying to do. I need to figure out this stuff. But what was the question? Oh yeah, you wasn't the first one. And it was I like doing things by myself, but, like, I know that, like, I can't sustain it by myself. Like, I can sustain the motivation and inspiration or whatever, but, like, I have to feel like I'm doing it with and for somebody else. Like, I have that personality type. Like,
Yeah,
now that you're here, like, I hold myself accountable to do it on a regular basis,
yeah,
especially since you've been consistent. So if we wouldn't be able to be consistent, then I would have just stopped. You know what I mean? And
and
that's why I hadn't started doing content for real online because I couldn't be consistent with all of the time that I was putting into the school and stuff and
your
everything.
your time your time sheet's about to open up. But I, I think I've kind of always been this way. Maybe in the latter part of my life, but I like
Latter
yeah
these
later
years. Okay,
yeah
yeah.
I like to I have a lot of friends that I'm blessed to know and be a part of their lives, and this is one of my good friends, Mike, and I listen to people and I listen to the things they want to do, and then if if I can help with that, however much I can or however much I can influence or be a part of, then I want them to achieve their dreams and I want them to do the things they want. Because as we stated earlier, we have a life force of a set year. So in the latter part of my years, I want to invest and push forward the progress of others so that they can be happy, they can achieve the things they want to do, and their achievements can transfer to my happiness because I'm happy to see them do it. I'm happy to see what they want to do and do what they want to choose to do in life, because I think at the end of the day we all want to wake up and decide that we want to do certain things in life, but we have to get to that plateau. We have to work hard in order to achieve those things. We have to reverse the things so things can happen later on in life, or maybe 5 minutes down the road, that if you want a dream car, or you want to buy a house, or you just want to be a family man, the things that you were going for in your younger years sort of change and develop. And I'm an advocate of that because it's happening in my life. Um, but you have to understand that in those achievements and those wants and needs, there is a lifespan. But this work hard movement, this thing, there's no set time limit. You can start this anytime you want. You can turn your life around within milliseconds of just paying attention to the program, being able to be open and wanting to learn and to adapt and do all the things that you have to do. And there's a lot of trust that has to go into that. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the things that you want to achieve, and it's a lot of belief. It's a lot of things that no one can provide other than yourself. So if you tell people your dreams and nothing ever happens, or you get negative response and then you don't want to do it for whatever the reason is, you're still supposed to do it. It's your dream. No one's going to come into your dream and be like, hey, let's do this together. But if you tell enough people and you come across somebody that believes in your dream and sees that it's possible, then you got a winner. But that is the reality of life. Nothing happens unless you speak it into fruition. Nothing happens unless you are committed to excellence. You're committed to the things that you want to do in life. That's what this podcast is for, to let you know that no matter what background you're from, no matter how your life is going, the things that you want, you can definitely achieve. It's possible. You just have to believe it. You have to commit to it, and you have to make sure that no one gets in the way of your goals. And there will be speed bumps. There will be things in your life that happen that will challenge these things, and you can't just let it go. You have to attack it. You have to make sure that if you do leave it on the surface and you have to leave it alone for a while, that you come back to it and then you attack it a little bit harder, because everyone in life has dreams. You may not be able to achieve all those dreams. You may be in high school and be a great basketball player or a great football player or even a chess player. There was a chess game that happened where this dude like beat this champion like no time short. And he wasn't even playing chess that long. It's crazy. So everything can be achieved.
And let me give this to all the black people. My bad.
All right.
Don't wait on God's timing. It may not ever come. Jesus ain't returned in over thousands of years. Don't wait on don't wait on that. That's why that's a part of the work hard movement that it's unpopular at any in the realm of spirituality or whatever, but I gotta wake you up to the consciousness of your actions and things that you need to do to be able to be successful. Because if you waiting on, because I only say this, well, not only, but my cousin was like, I'm just waiting on God's timing now. Like I'm going through all of it, like, but you still got to put in work. That's why we had. How do you honor those that have passed away, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't just mope around just because somebody passed. You can't just say that you waiting on God's timing because somebody passed away and you feeling sad about yourself. Use that. All of it is energy. You're like the focus that you need takes that energy. And I learned that at a young age. Uh, and unfortunately, but fortunately, when the people passed away in my life over the years, I didn't have anybody coddling me saying, "Oh, it'll be okay." It's like, this and that. It was like, you still got to play this basketball game today, even though your your auntie's funeral is today. You still got you still got to go to work. You
Yeah.
still got to go do these things. And so, like I said, unfortunately, but fortunately, but we have to use that energy that to into what we want to do. So I took my aunt's passing my senior year of high school, and I let it push me to become a collegiate athlete. Like I don't I don't know a lot of people that play college sports that don't, like, I didn't go to no camps, no nothing. Like I didn't get no formal training or anything, and I became a college athlete
Hmm.
just because like I can learn the game. Like, and the thing with the podcast and the stuff that I'm trying to do, like I'm learning this on the fly, or in, like, I'm not gonna be great at producing these videos at the beginning. Like, I need practice, and everybody needs practice to do the things that you want.
Hmm.
The one thing that I see, and this is to black people too, you can't disrespect the school system. Like, like you still need the school system.
Yeah. It's your foundation.
You still need it. You, even though you go to a bad school, even though your school isn't highly achieving in academics, and you still need to go in there and sit and listen. You need to take instruction. You need to follow what they do, even if it only gets you to a certain point. But you have to exploit whatever it is that they're giving you so you can get to your next step. Whether that next or that prepared you fully, nothing's going to fully prepare you for your next step, especially if you come from disadvantage. Nothing compared like you have to adapt. You have to recognize your
Yeah.
limitations. You have to be humble, really. You know what I mean? You have to recognize your limitations so that you can overcome those limitations. Like I wasn't the greatest student, but I knew how to work. I knew how to study. But if I didn't learn how to study, or I didn't force myself to get the work done, however that work needed to be done, I would not be here today. But if you don't, and you're not going to reach your fullest potential. Your fullest potential. We need your fullest potential.
We
There's
do.
a lot of bad people that are making money. They people have no connection to the work that they do. They have no. There's no calling to being a salesperson. There's no calling to be a used car dealer, or there's no calling in uh signing up people for memberships, and like there's no calling in that. What is specific to you? What have you worked on? Like I've worked on all of this stuff. That's why I'm like, people want me to do all of these different things, and I'm like, the only reason why you want me to do all of these different things or go get a job is because I can do whatever I want. Like I'm able to do and learn and be whoever I want because I know the way that I learn. I know how to apply some stuff. I've read about leaders, and I
Hmm.
know what leaders are about. So if I would have got the job at Baker, that director of academic student success or something like that, I would be building up those tutors, those people under me in our office, and like I'll be building these people up in the same way that I'm building up everybody else.
Yeah.
Just in that aspect. But I need to be paid accordingly. And it's not all about it's not all about a pay, but when I'm sitting a few years ago, when I'm sitting in and making these requirements for the tech programs, and we get the opportunity to make some changes, and I get outvoted, or my suggestions get overlooked, like I have a problem with that. Like you limiting my ability to help you change and be successful in wherever I signed on the dotted line. I signed on the dotted line in KCKPS. I'm ready to help you out, you know. But oh, you just want me to be a regular worker. The My supervisor, she
Regular.
came up right. I ain't regular. You think I'm regular because I allow you to think I'm regular. She came up to me and was like, "Oh, I was so uh sad that you were leaving, and I want you to know it's not gonna be the job that you think it's gonna be, or what." I'm like, I don't care. You're not using my like you're just using me. You want me to,
Trying to hit you with a
like
sales pitch.
right. You gonna give me a hug? I didn't even hug her back. Like I have my hands in my pockets, and she gave me a little hug around the thing, and I'm like, no, like it's not gonna work. Like I'm out. Like I will go make $61,000 doing something else. Like I'm that's all I'm getting
You're gonna
paid.
make more than that.
I know, but at least that, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
and I know subconsciously the people at my jobs, and the people at the churches that I went to, and the people, they don't want me to be the dude that I'm about to become. They never want it because it goes uh contrary to the beliefs and whatever they thought about me. Like I've always been better than a lot of people. I just didn't believe,
Mhm.
like I was too humble is what I was getting at. Like I was too humble. Like I'm gonna let you win, get you some confidence, but I'm here to dominate now. Like I'm not playing around.
Playtime is over.
It like I'm gonna say what I want to say. That's what this work hard move. Like I'm gonna help out, but like don't come at me like saying I didn't do this or I don't do that. Like you probably didn't give me an opportunity to do that,
No.
or I didn't deem it necessary for me to do that. Because like I'm not saying things are beneath me, but like I had to pick and choose whether I like go all all the way or whatever. Like I did what I was supposed to do in the situations that I was having I had. So um like even like I could have did something like, but that's the adjustments that we need to understand that goes with growth. Like I'm still growing from my experience. Like I'm still going to be growing from my experience because I know the things that I did not to my fullest capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard when you're in a a system that is chaotic and you trying to be structured and nobody wants to follow any structure. So like
Yeah,
why would I
that's
put any more
terrible
effort?
problem.
You see what I'm saying?
I
Like why would
do.
I put any more effort into being in a structure or making a structure when nobody wants to follow it anyway? Like I feel like I'm wasting my time. So I might as well let y'all be chaotic and I'll figure out the chaos. You know what I mean? Like
So,
go ahead.
so for everybody else, what Michael is trying to say is that he needs you to color into the lines. Just color in the lines. That's what they're there for. Color into them. Make the picture great. Do that, and you can accelerate. Don't make your own lines. Don't color out of it. If you have one of those coloring books that actually tells you to color, don't be a Picasso.
Yeah,
You're you're
and
you're in class for a reason. Just
yeah,
just do it.
because Picasso had to go through the classes. Y'all trying to skip over the classes to get you to be Picasso. That's all I'm saying. Like we trying to skip over that fact. Like we trying to skip over the years and years that people have put in the whatever work and whatever atmosphere that they are arena that they are professional in. Y'all act like that don't even matter. And you 16 years old, 18 years old, you think you're gonna outdo somebody that been working in finance for for 20 years? You not. And they
Mm-mm.
still young. They
Mm-mm.
you don't even have a workout regimen. Like y'all don't even like to work out. Y'all like eating hot chips and stuff. Y'all don't even eat right. People is getting full energy like from the foods that they eat, and y'all not even eating food. Like I done lost 10 pounds in the week and a half that I've been barely off. 10 pounds already. And that's stress. That's not eating the chips and the little things and not sitting at my desk the whole
Yeah,
time. And
it's all about your environment.
yeah, so like that's what I'll be saying. Like we behind. Not my Hispanic, Asian, black, all the poor white people that that's in these environments as well.
Mm-hmm.
We all behind, and that's was cool about the Rainbow Coalition that Hampton, Fred Hampton
Yeah,
started in the Black Panthers. Everybody was understood that we was all behind because the people with money kept the money where they want it to be. And y'all gotta understand that I'm going on a tangent here, but y'all gotta understand that the wealthy people in the United States, the the long money, the old money,
mm-hmm.
like those people started off as being poor people from Europe.
Definitely, definitely.
But they didn't overcome their poverty mindset. So what we're seeing now, this is my epiphany that y'all getting live and living color. Uh,
Love it.
the what we're living in now is the poverty mindset played out for white people, right?
Mm-hmm.
White people in the United States came over. They were poor. They figured out a way to make money. What does poverty mindset create? Creates scarcity, right?
Yeah,
Um, lack of. Once you have a lack of, you want that even more, and then you're gonna guard it, especially if you haven't had the proper growth.
yeah,
So they haven't had the proper growth. They weren't forced to develop a morality to the money making So they just continue to make money and hoard the wealth. That's what hoarders are.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Oh boy.
so what we're seeing is a play out of that poverty mindset. Like, we came over here poor and we created this whole environment, so we're gonna keep it in our families and our culture or whatever. This is our culture now, and like, we're never going to we're not gonna mess with that. I mean, we wanted to change, but the only way to change that is to be successful in ourselves.
Mhm.
And we've had environments, and we've had things that um communities that thrive in the atmosphere, in the environment that we're in.
Yeah.
But y'all have to understand that y'all still behind because they already making a way for their kids, their families, their loved ones, their uncles. They got a way to help everybody out, but they're not helping you.
Yeah, it's a
They
whole blueprint.
they have a whole blueprint over there. No disrespect to the white people that I know, but they have a whole blueprint of success. But they don't understand how low you have it. They've started at a different level, so we have to close that gap, and the gap is the work.
Yeah.
Gap is the work hard movement. Can't nobody take whatever it is that's coming for me, and that nobody can take away that book. Nobody can take away that I'm an author. I'm a I'm a college graduate. I got a master's degree. Nobody can take that away. That all builds your confidence, and the work that you put in builds your confidence. Me and CJ are having issues right now with with the ladies or whatever. Not issues, but um
I'm chasing
we're
them
we're
away.
introverted, so we're a little I'm a little bit introverted at times and stuff, and I haven't put in the work necessary to become more confident in the things that are in the dating world
Yeah.
as well. But also, a couple of factors go into that as well, like my lifestyle and the way that I live, and the things that I do as far as work is concerned. Like, um, it doesn't mesh well with that environment. So I purposely stay out of the dating world. Like, I don't build relationships like that because, like, and maybe this is my limited thinking, is because, like, I'm not set up to pursue it even further than that. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you.
So,
I'm in the same boat. Um,
and I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. But it takes work is what I'm saying. And to close that gap, like, I have to be comfortable in what I bring to the table and stuff. So I want you to be comfortable in any environment, at any table you sit at. Like, I don't care like, I can go and be myself wherever, whether we in a suite full of CEOs,
mhm.
or in the hood, having a beer around a barbecue, right?
Love it.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna still be the same me, and I don't care who I am. I'm comfortable with the work that I put in. So, yeah, you can challenge me in the environment that you in, or the arena that you in, but you can't challenge me in the environment that I created, or the arena that I created for myself.
Absolutely not.
And that's and what I want to do is, like, we're we got a school, SKOOL, that you can you can get all of this stuff from. I'm about to start posting in there. So you're invited. Check the description. You'll see the link for the book. You'll see the link for the school. Come join us in this work hard movement. CJ got uh he got greasy hands and stuff. No, that book, the cover of that book, like, it'll
It,
take
it,
grease from
it'll pick it
everything.
up. It'll pick it up.
But
But you pick it up. You pick it up and put your own fingerprints on the book and
and
read
we
it.
got a journal coming out
Oh
that
yeah.
goes with the book that'll help you reverse engineer your goals and put yourself in position based off of a quarterly thing. the first, second, third, fourth quarter, right? Whenever you pick up that book, your quarter start.
Amen. Amen. Yeah.
But I really want y'all to understand that the work hard philosophy in that book is really just helping you understand what success is and how we can manipulate our reality
Mm-hmm.
to conform to what we want it to. Like, I may not get the opportunities because somebody's picking me and they don't see what I bring to the table, or or they don't see it on my resume, or they don't see it because they see me and or have met me in a particular aspect and put me in a box.
Mm.
They're not gonna see my what all I bring to the table, and I want them to do the same thing for you. I want them to underestimate you, overlook you, because people are going to do that automatically. But I want you to be so confident and comfortable in what you are and what you do through the work that you put in. Like, I don't care if somebody is challenges me, like, or challenges or questions my abilities.
Mm.
That's what really. I don't care if they question my abilities. I got a whole I got a whole slew of degrees and certifications and experience that I'm okay with somebody questioning my abilities, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I got a whole bunch of people that will vouch for me in my past that say, "Hey, he did this." Like,
Indeed. We got
I saw it. I was
we
witness.
got receipts.
Yeah, we got receipts. So, but it starts in high school. It starts in if your parents are making you put in the work earlier than that, that's great. But
Excellent.
but it always has to come into your consciousness, and you have to consciously do this. And one of the things before we get out of here, I want to say this, like, no disrespect to my friend, but um, the difference between me and what you can do as a parent. I'm talking to the parents now. Um, so I had a friend. I was like, man, I do this life coaching. This was like 6, 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and his son was about to graduate high school, and I was like, "Let me work with your son. Obviously, y'all butting heads and doing, he's not listening to you, and he's just going through the motions." And I was like, "Just pay me $25 a session or whatever, or give me a haircut or something, and I'll work with him." He was like, "Why would you? Why would I pay you to do something that I can do for my son, right?" And I was like, "All right."
Mm.
I mean, I'm just offering my services, like, and it didn't affect our friendship. I didn't let it affect our friendship or
No.
anything. But 7 years later, fast forward, the kid is 25 years old, and he's not he's just working a job,
Oh.
living with his mama and, and grandma, and, all he's doing is working and doing a job, and,
Mm-hmm.
he eh, 25 years old.
You know
Like,
that.
you should be living out on your own, doing something, exploring or whatever, but you're comfortable with just it, living with your mom or whatever. His dad, yes, he was saying the right things, but for it to come from somebody else and for me to build that relationship and be able to coach them hard to where, hey, you can't live with your mama all you know what I mean? Like, and be that friend, uncle, brother, cousin, whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is that they need somebody from. I'm that person. So even if you think you're teaching them everything, I'm just going to help them further reiterate or further coach them to
Mm-hmm.
become who they need to be, because we can't miss this. You can't just skip over the work. You can't miss this generation. We can't just let them go on and think that they're just gonna figure it out when
No.
when they not capable of figuring it out. They're not capable of reading the room. They're not capable of that. So and we're not teaching them to be capable of that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you kids are y'all have a I don't know how to explain it, but y'all y'all don't like the system, but you're welcome to letting the system work for you, or you believe in the or you're how do I explain it? So what I see is I'm seeing these kids, they buck the system, they push back on the system, but the same system that they buck, they're conforming to
Mm-hmm.
willingly.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, I don't like the way they do this. I don't like the way they do that." But then they like, "Oh, well, Quick Trip is hiring me. Quick Trip is don't pay me." I'm like, but
Hey,
Quick Trip
yo.
don't want the best for you. You know, all of your little jobs, all of those your managers and stuff, you think their manager wants you to do better than them? One, do you think your managers wants you to do better than their kids? Two,
No.
absolutely not. And
No.
you gotta wake up to that. Like you gotta wake up to that. I already knew. Like everybody don't want me to do better than them. Like even when I was playing basketball and stuff on a regular basis, these kids at or these my peers at the church, they thought they was better than me, but they skipped all of those years that I played basketball. And I knew that. So that I made a purpose to dominate for all 3 years that I played.
Domination.
I dominated because I already knew that if I let them win, they was don't think they was as good as me. You're not as good as me because I went through all of this work. And that's why I say I won't lose. That's why we won't lose, because if you put in this work, people aren't going to be able to question anything about you.
Yeah.
People can't question me. You can question me because you don't know me. That's why people ask me, "Oh, are you getting another job?" No, I'm not getting another job because you think I need a job, because that's the system that benefits you. It doesn't benefit me to sit in a school system because I don't have a career. I don't have a profession in the school system. I am never going to be a principal. I'm never going to be a director or anything like that. They're going to give all of that to the people that have been in education the longest, right?
Mm-hmm.
they going they got the degrees in education. I don't have that, so it's not going to benefit me. Oh yeah, we need you in we need you in the school system because we need black guys in the school system. You need us, but you don't want us.
And you probably don't value.
You don't value us. That's the perfect thing.
And
Sorry.
I just want to piggyback on what you were just saying, and I just want to reiterate that in this product, in this movement, the things that you're used to in your reality does not apply to this movement. There is no participation ribbons. You don't get points for just being there. You either succeed or you perish in this. And we don't want you to perish. We want you to succeed. We want you to apply every means and bounds that you can to make yourself better. Because if you make yourself better, then you can make the world better. And if you make the world better, then maybe that can be a trend where people know how to read and can write and do all the things that you're normally supposed to do as an adult. And then you can apply that, and then it can spread, and then there'll be less dumb people in the world.
We less dumb people in the world.
That's
I
what we
just want
really
you to
want.
be in control of your destiny. Like whether you think that's supernatural or on God's timing and all of that stuff. If you
Mm,
do, that's fine. You still
whatever
need
you
to put in
believe,
work. You
you
still need to
gotta
put in work,
you
and
gotta show up.
you gotta show up and put in work. That's the number one thing. Like this movement is about to be it's televised. What you seeing is the first um is the first edition.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
coming out on
broadcast.
Wednesday. Work hard Wednesday. Yep.
Woo wee.
Yep. I got that. That's why I put it on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Work hard Wednesday. So however we get this podcast to you, And in the clips that's why we got 40 something shows, so we can clip this stuff up and have content so we can get monetized or whatever. And if you want to subscribe to um my Facebook, so you can support the channel by
Yeah,
doing that.
you do want to subscribe.
Yeah, I think it's like either $3.99, $2.99, or $5.99, something like that.
The streams that you probably have on your apps that you probably don't even watch on a regular basis probably cost more than this
What we do?
commitment.
You're right.
So do it.
Yeah. So that's what we doing. Uh, I don't know I know where I want it to go and where I want to take it, but what we have to do, we are practitioners of this work hard movement. So we are putting in the work, and that's why we do it over a long period of time, because we're going to learn some things over that time period that is going to help us be successful long term. And that's why I'm doing this, and that's why you haven't seen a lot of the episodes and stuff, because like I'm about to start clipping them up, like give you 30-second clips, minute clips, 3-minute clips. Those are going to help us get the message out,
Yeah.
and you can always come back to this and see that we've been through all of um that work, and you can see it from the kitchen,
Yeah, you can
the dining room,
you see it
kitchen
build
dining.
up.
Yeah.
You can like I used to do when I was little, watch a house get built. Now I'm scared that the houses get built too fast, but
And hey,
whatever.
you don't want to be Amar Aubrey going into that. Yeah, we gonna have we need other episodes and stuff. We gonna about to do that. We
Yeah,
gonna about to do that.
we're gonna flood your life
Yeah,
with
you gonna
us.
you gonna hate seeing my face. Forget that.
You're gonna love seeing mine.
All right. So finish it out.
Yeah. So as you know, we close out the show. I want you to be all the way up. Please be your best person that you can be. I'm gonna start adding that as well. Be committed to excellence. Be all the way up. And if you can dream it, you can achieve it. And you can achieve it even faster with this program. You can be a part of the movement. You can be better than everybody else because not everybody else is going to join this movement. But make sure that you are successful in everything that you want to do. You got anything?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well,
Dang, what is it?
go with the
Yeah. I done said enough.
I go hard. Try to knock me down, you can't count me out. Work hard. No days off, I don't get no sleep. I go hard. I won't lose, you won't lose, you won't lose. Time to execute, ain't no limit to my greatness, so ain't no you to work hard. My mind focus, I'm motivated.